Do you often find yourself using filler words or filler phrases such as a, so, like, or whenever you communicate? Using these filler phrases or words can reduce your credibility as a speaker. The confidence that your audience may have in you may be drastically reduced because you do come across as if you do not know what you want to say next, or you're taking time to think about what you want to tell your audience. Reducing these filler words or phrases can help you be more articulate and stand out as a confident speaker. If you use these phrases or words, you will sound as if you are uncertain of what you're saying, or it can just be seen as a verbal tic that you are consistently used to. Today, I will share 3 steps that can get you to getting rid, or rather reducing, your filler phrases and your filler words whenever you make a presentation or whenever you communicate. Step number 1 is very easy. Identify your filler phrase or your filler word. What is that word that you like to fall back on when you are uncertain about something, when you're trying to remember a point, or when you're simply looking for a verbal tic to allow the time to pass while you speak or while you make a presentation? How do you identify what you fall back on? Pick up your phone, put it in front of you, record yourself speaking, and take note of that word or that filler phrase that you consistently use. The other idea that you may utilize is simply asking a friend or a colleague to listen to you whenever you communicate, or whenever you're attending a meeting and you're making a presentation. Let that friend or colleague take note of some of those words that you like to fall back on that do not add any value to whatever it is that you are trying to put across. This person will now become your accountability partner. Every time you're making a presentation, they'll be taking note of how many filler words or phrases that you are utilizing, and they will give you feedback. This is something we also do in Toastmasters International. We always have an and ah counter. This is the person who takes note of how many filler words or clutches or anything that doesn't add meaning to your sentence, and at the end of the meeting, they will give a full report on how you performed. Understanding the problem is key. Identifying what you fall back on is something that is very significant to you working on it. Step number 2 is another easy step. What you need to do now that you have identified your filler phrases or words, find replacements for those words or phrases. Simply get onto Google. You can use ChatGPT and find replacement phrases. This is what I did when I realized that during my work undertaking radio interviews or television interviews, every time my interviewee would respond to a question that I had asked, I would respond by saying, thank you very much, or very interesting. And when I listened to some of these interviews, I told myself, Patience, you need to have other transitional phrases and sentences whenever you are undertaking radio or TV interviews. And with that, I came up with a bag that is full of connecting words, full of phrases that I can fall back on when I'm having a conversation with someone. Obviously, you need to remember that you have to be an active listener. And when you're having a conversation, let that conversation flow based on what it is that you're talking about. That is step number 2. Find replacement words or phrases. Some of these include having said that, having talked about this. For example, essentially, to clarify, the list is endless. So, pick up that notebook and have a bag of replacement words or phrases for your filler words and your filler phrases. The third step is for you to practice the art of posing. In my previous video, I talked about the importance of posing whenever you communicate. Now, there are many advantages to you posing, but one of those advantages is that posing will give you time to arrange your thoughts, to structure what it is that you are going to say. Now, if you practice posing and you make it a natural part of your speech, this will allow you to stop falling back on those words or on those phrases that absolutely do not add any value to your speech. As you speak, listen to yourself. The moment you hear yourself or the moment you think that you're about to fall back on that filler word or phrase, simply pose. Posing will also reflect composure as well as confidence when you are communicating. You can never go wrong with the art of posing. It will allow you to reflect on what you want to say. It will allow you to breathe. And of course, it will reflect confidence levels as well as self-assurance. Do not be afraid of posing. To sum it all up, remember, identify your filler phrases, find an accountability partner, record yourself speaking. These things will help you to identify them. Step number 2, find words and phrases that you can replace your filler words or phrases with. And then finally, what you need to do is for you to practice the art of posing. Until my next Speaker Secret, it's goodbye for now. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel where I share longer videos about the tips that I share on my socials, and feel free to get into the comment section. Let's have a conversation and let me know if you will try this trick. Give me some feedback on how this will help you in dealing with your ums, and so's and like, and you knows the list is also endless. Goodbye for now.